Hey, Coach. Thanks for joining me. I was watching the Mater Dei St. John Bosco game Friday night, I guess it was, and one of the plays stuck out to me. So, kind of want to go over that. It's really not about that game necessarily, but just about the concepts in the running game. So it was down to Mater Dei went for a 2 point conversion. It would have tied the game, and they ran the same play twice in a row, one to score, the next play for a 2 point, and got stopped. They had some leaking on the backside, uh, and so I'm going to go over that right there. So they had they had they had down blocking at the point of attack, and they're basically running power left. Okay, they didn't pull anybody, but it basically was just power left. Two lead backs and the tailback. And that's not really important. But anyways, it was power left. And what they did was they started their zone. It would down block on the front side, right at the point of attack, and they started their zone with the guard. So that's kind of what I want to go over right now. Anytime you do run any type of zone, you have a chance of somebody leaking through. Okay, and I don't care who you are. I don't care what level you're at. If you run zone, you have a chance for some leakage. Okay, and so these guys, he's working this way, he's working this way, everybody's working that way, and this guy, and he's a beast. This guy leaks through. All right, it's gonna be red, but who cares? He leaks through and he makes the play. Okay, I had to run it back a few times. I'm like, who made that play, and how? But that's how it happened. So just so you know, I'm not saying there's no merit to it. Uh, I know I've made some videos against zone, especially inside zone. But I coached at a small public school, and we had guys that being outweighed by 40, 50 pounds. So that's why I don't like it, because you get a one-on-one matchup, and you got some you're vulnerable right there. But I think it's modern days, they're coaching and playing at such a high level that this is definitely not a criticism on them. I just want to go over that. Anytime you run any type of zone, whether it's a backside, and we used to call it scoop, but any type of backside zone concepts, or in this case, they leaked it into the front side. They started their zone concepts at this play side guard. You have there's pros and cons of everything, and that's one of the cons. Anytime you're going to zone stuff up, and if these guys are down blocking, it's really hard for this guy to leak through. But let's show this. Let's go over this really quick. And we've done that. We've done that. We usually like to pull. We usually we like to go down blocking all the way to our center, and then we like to pull from the backside. But we've done it where we just want to get there quick, and we say we'll just keep our down blocking concepts on the front side, and then just zone back here, which I do kind of like in a way. Uh, but you know, so what happens is if they're going down blocking concepts all the way through to the center at least, then somebody has to have this gap right here. Somebody's got to get this B gap. And our rules are the inside guy on the double team has that gap. Okay. What I do like about what they did would be, if they're zoning up here, this guy can completely, this tackle and tight end for that matter, can completely focus on their double team. They don't have to worry about any kind of run through on the backside, on their inside gap. They could 100% focus on this double team, and the guard has B gap, center has A gap. So that part I do like, because you're going to get a great double team right there. Anytime the inside guy has to look for run through, it does affect the double team to some extent. Now that's what we do, and that's what we practice a lot, but that is, if you're going to say there's a con there, that would be the con to that. That this inside guy on the double team has to keep his eye open for any kind of run through. So he can't 100% commit to, the best double team possible. So, but anyways, that's the one problem that that zone teams will have, that I'm thankful that we usually don't. That when we're running down blocking scheme, that we don't get these guys leaking. Now we have other problems, everything. There's pros and cons to everything, but these guys running through is not an issue. Now, I like what they did because of who they have. They have studs up here, and they do it very well. This kid just made a play. You got to give it to them. But anytime you're running some type of zone scheme, front side or backside, you just have to know that these guys running through is an issue, and I'm sure you know that. But um, anyways, that just goes with the territory. Everything we do, coach, is there's pros and cons, and you have to try to, like, pick your poison. You have to pick your poison. What are you good at? What do you like? What players do you have? Who are you facing? What are the matchups? And you got to go with that. Just what I would just suggest to any kind of young coach, especially, is don't just follow. Don't copy what you see on TV necessarily, because they have studs. If you got a 165-pound guard and the other team has a 240-pound tackle, well, you know, yeah, at least by down block, we're probably gonna get a stalemate. But if we're zoning, that guy's gonna, he's gonna be in the backfield, most of the night. So, anyways, just want to point that out. I don't think that's a bad concept. The Patriots like to do that stuff on the goal line, or they used to anyway. I don't watch much NFL anymore, but so there's merit to it, but you better stay square and you better be in there tight. So but this kid made a hell of a play, but that is something that could happen. All right, coach, thanks for joining me, and we'll see you on the next video.